the ScreenFlow tutorial on GagaPost. It's designed to help instructors use GagaPost to connect, collaborate, and share through a social media blog. This sounds strange or intriguing. That's not surprising since there's very little like this on the web right now. That might be because everyone wants their blog to be their own, but in the area of education, this would be a great tool to facilitate professional learning communities and practice, and even give parents a voice in what's going on in the classroom. Regardless, the tool is here for us to use, and what we're going to use is the cutting edge tools of 2009. Now, of course, that's the pre-iPhone. It's gone back quite a ways. But despite the age of this tool, it's still really great, and all you have to do is log in to get started and create a contributor post. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to open up GagaPost's main page here. If you've got an account from before, you want to get the information out of there, in my case. And then we're going to go between the boy and the girl here, where it says register. Go ahead and click there. On this first screen, you want to create a username and password. In this case, I'm going to try to use a variation on what I already have registered. And a different email address than you registered for the first time if you've already done this. And create a password for yourself that you can remember. And I'm going to change my name because this is a secondary account for me. And then where it says birthday here, you're going to do a little pull down drop down menu. I usually start with the year because it seems not to like starting with the month. And hopefully that will give us what we need. And select the day. And if you can't read the captcha code, you can actually have it reload it and give you another one, or ask it to say it out loud. Now, as you can see on this page, I now have new criteria here. I've actually got the pieces that say where it's going to go to, where it's going to activate at. What you want to do is have that mail browser open someplace else. It gives you about 10 minutes, it says. It really doesn't take that long. It does say that you need to activate it, and that's true. You have to do that before you go any further than this. Alright, once you get your invitation, be posted at the top. It might take quite a while to get to it. It might take up to an hour and a half in some cases. I've heard it take as long as 24 hours. But once you get that invitation, it'll look like this. It'll have a follow link key, and once you hit it, it'll let you into the main door. It also has your username and password information down here, which I'll be obscuring so that you can't see it. But that's where you will actually have a record of what your login and how to use it and where to go is. So once we go ahead and accept that link, just click on the link. It's going to take you to the main page. With your activation, it says your account is now activated, and you can go ahead and click on visit your GagaPost site or log in the old-fashioned way through the Gaga main page. In this case, we're going to go ahead and click on visit your GagaPost site. And what you're going to get is a setup for a new profile. You'll get requests for setting everything else up on this page using the different passwords, but not until you sign in up here at the top where it says sign in. So you want to click sign in again, even though you just clicked in through your new password. Now you can see that what's changed here up at the top is that you have a language choice selection button. You can actually choose either English or Chinese. A home button, invites link, which will pop up into a separate window here and let you check out any invitations you've gotten or you've sent. You can actually see My Gaga, which will update your status and show you what's going on. It also lets you change your location, which is a large part of what's going on with these blogs, so they're actually made to be portable. And then we have settings. And under setting is where we're going to see all the information, your personal information, what you want the other people to be able to see about you or about the blog that you're creating. Now they start out with some basic pieces here. They've already got your tagline in, but you can change this automatically really quickly. And you can also change how often the numbers of news feeds that come in. I usually set mine for 3, just so we have 3 news feeds a day visible on the first page, and 3 on the first as well, so they can actually see that there. So 3 days and 3 news feeds visible. Next, you're going to just make sure your address verification is correct and your username and password, if there is one. If you want to change your password, you can do that here as well. Hit Save Changes. And the last piece you could do if you really wanted to do it Let's come back out here and change your profile pic just by clicking change avatar. And you can actually upload any avatar you'd like. I do not believe they have any avatars for choice on here, so you have to have some images already set up that you might want to use. And in this case, I'm just going to grab one that I've used before, and presto changeo, we should be all set. And click update avatar, and you'll see that your picture in the left hand side will change to show your new avatar picture. Now to see that change, you're going to have to hit the reload at the top. And once it reloads, you'll see your new picture comes in. Now in the next section, we'll go over just really quickly how to do a basic post, but you can actually see two more posts about how to add an inline edit or an inline text like you see here. You can also see how to add pieces within somebody else's blog post. Now this is a kind of important note. When you want to send an invite and you want to make sure that the invite gets accepted, go ahead and choose the blog that you're going to be allowing someone else to get access to. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and choose Performance Assessment Reflection here. I'm going to click on the Edit button. And then on this left side where it's got the users that are possibly going to be used, I've already got Rom Warrior 2 in here. I could go ahead and type the name in, but I'm just going to go ahead and check him. And now that he's got a check mark, it's going to allow that person to have access if I want them to have access to my piece. If I do an invite, I can do it up here. And that was a similar address to my own. I click the plus button, and it should pop up in the bottom. If I don't see it popping up in the bottom, that's because that person's already in my buddies or friends list, and I got to use actually the check mark to do that. Once I've given that check mark, I can scroll down to the bottom here and click Save. And when I click Save, it's going to update the page. As the page updates, one of the things that happens is this little box disappears. Now my other pieces have all come in the same, nothing's changed. And I should see up at the top there's an invite. So you see the invites right here in this box. And this is where most people get confused and probably will mess up exactly what's here. And it's not their fault. I'll show you exactly what's going on. In this little pop-up window we have here that pops up under the invitations, you've got a button that says accept, no, yes, button. What's going on is that this formatted window is actually not sized correctly. And what happens is people are clicking this button to say yes and this button to say no, thinking that it's a wrap issue, and that's what's going on. Actually, that first button might be yes, but you don't know. You'll notice that the formatting is a little bit different here, and what happens is you can actually see that this is an inline text piece where the drop down is wrapping. So this first button is actually yes. The second button is no. Even though you might think that the no goes with this one, it's actually this part going with the yes. So we have to go ahead and hit submit. And once you've submitted, you'll find that you have no invitations left. But what I can now see is that I have a new friend and I have some other posts that I can get to. So I'm going to go back out to my main window now. And now I can see the post that I've been invited to right here. If you need any help or any assistance, you can contact me at romwar2@fullsail.edu. And if you get to GagaPost and you're not sure, you get a little bit lost, you can actually see the tutorials from YouTube on the lower left hand corner of the screen. Take care.